Good evening. This is Dot Nation News coming to you live from Lagos. Our topic today is trial of Simon Ekpa commences in Finland today. They are bringing up the charges, against him, ranging from inciting terrorists, act of terrorism in the southeastern Nigeria. They actually allege that Simon Ekpa caused insecurity across the five, eastern states of Nigeria. I'm telling you, it's filtered all the social media platforms since yesterday, since day before yesterday, 15th, 16th, and today, being 17th. In Lahti, Finland, Simon Ekpa is going to court, and we're going to wait to see the outcome of the court case. Nigerians, the enemies of Biafra, they are celebrating Simon Ekpa's, trial today. Fresh charges we actually know, ranging from treasonable felony, inciting the members of the public, and the act of terrorism in the southeastern Nigeria. It is no new news. It's no new news to us. We should have known that since last year, after he was apprehended in Lahti, Finland, I think November 2024, it filtered all the air. It was a social media song, him, that Simon Ekpa is in jail, has been present, should be or must be extradited into Nigeria. And to my greatest surprise, some persons, often ask the question. Some of the Igbos broke down, emotionally and otherwise, asking why, God, why? Why are you asking God the question? Is Finland and Nigeria having such treaty or pacts or agreement of extradition? Nothing like that. They don't have such agreement or pact. So it is not possible. The only thing is that inciting terror or members of the public in the southeastern Nigeria, such is against the law, constitutional law of Finland. That's why the Scandinavian country is trying to take it, their own way. Actually, that due process is observed in that country, respected. They respect laws, they respect their constitution. That's why Simon Ekpa actually goes to court today. But I'm telling you that nothing is going to happen. Finland is not Nigeria. Finland is not Africa. Finland is not Lagos. Finland is not Northern region. And Finland president can never be Nigerian president. Over there is nothing like travesty of justice. You can never mangle or sway justice for sake of hatred of fellow man in Finland. They are all white and their black counterparts over there just migrated into that country in search of green pasture, which still remains the reason why someone Ekpa is living in that country in search of what? Green pasture. So there's nothing like segregation of black against the white or white against the black in Finland. There's no hatred of Igbo. There's no hatred of Simon Ekpa. There's no hatred of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in Finland. Nothing like that. They are the most advanced country in Europe. Scandinavians are those cool region Europe. 1, Iceland. 2, Denmark. 3, Oslo, Norway. 4, Finland, Sweden. Say, listen and listen good. And so on and so forth. They are humans. They have love. They love each other and they respect rules and regulations in that country. They don't embezzle public funds. They don't neglect humans. Their Senate President, their House of Rep, their lawmakers, they all work in unison for the betterment of the society over there. They are not like Nigeria and they can never be like Nigeria. A place where the black man segregate them against themselves, you have numbers of invaders or migrants from Sahel countries invaded Nigeria and still control the political system of Nigeria. You know, aligning with the political, circles or classes in the southern Nigeria to enslave the rest of the country. No, they don't do things like that in Finland. Sadano Soto has no power or say in Finland. The people that have say in Finland are the citizens of Finland. The citizens are the power, the engine house of the government of Finland. It's not like Nigeria whereby Sadano Soto controls. It's not like Nigeria whereby Fulani and Yoruba hijack power for how many years, ruling and destroying the wealth of the country. Finland is a democratic society. They don't live like animals. The region over there was with USSR until 1956. They ceded away from USSR and become a sovereignty on its own. Welcome to Finland, most advanced country in Europe, where rules and regulations, at least, have its course. They don't actually violate law over there. They live by the law, they abide by the law, they respect the law, they respect themselves. I'm telling you that Simon Ekpa is going to court today does not mean that Simon Ekpa is going to jail today. So some of you Nigerians that are celebrating, rejoicing, throwing out party that Simon Ekpa's meat or tosu will be dismembered and brought to Nigeria for suya or pepper soup. You're not getting it right, man. You are getting it wrong way. Simon Ekpa is going to the court and the law shall take its course. Finland is not like Nigeria whereby the court, the judiciary, as stooge to the government of the day. Law actually is applicable in Finland. Highly respected, honored, and revered in that Scandinavian Europe. So be it. But let us just look at the angles of the accusation leveled on Mazi Nnamdi Simon Ekpa. Ekpa was accused of inciting insecurity, terrorism in Nigeria, southeastern Nigeria. We are asking ourselves, what kind of falsified accusation is this? Is it not actually because Simon Ekpa Nnamdi is an Igbo? Igbo man, is it the cause of terrorists? Does Igbo man commit act of terrorism in Nigeria? Igbo man is going his normal business, selling, doing his business. Igbo man is not a terrorist. Any one of you that is tagging Igbo man a terrorist is a terrorist yourself. Igbo man is not a terrorist. Igbo man respects the law. Igbo man actually goes his normal business and go home at the end of the day. The people that are orchestrating terrorism in Nigeria are the Fulanis, the Katuriaras. They go from farmland to farmland, destroy people's farms in the southwest, destroy people's farm in the southeast, destroy people's farmland in the mid-north. They are the one orchestrating terrorism in Nigeria. But today, because of the kind of system we have here, apartheid regime, one man black, one woman black, black upon black, they are going against themselves here. There is no love in Nigeria. Nigeria is a black country. South Africa, where we have apartheid policy, they are white and black. And white and black, they have the right for separation because of different colors over there. And Nigerian man is black, separating from fellow black, abhorring, hating his fellow man. Because of what? Black man here in Nigeria, the largest populous black country in the world, is not an advanced country. Country that is still riddling with pains of illiteracy and pre-literacy. They just go to school, they went to libraries, stole somebody's project, arguing it that they have acquired the certificate. This country is not a federal state, it is a quasi-federal state. That's why we are having all these political anomalies and crises going on over the years after Nigerian independence in 1960. Simon Ekpa Nnamdi is coming out from the court victoriously. I promise you and I predict. And very soon we are seeing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu extricated from the incarceration of DSS, where he has been vindicated, exonerated and discharged and acquitted many years ago. Still, the power to be presently is holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Simple because he's fighting for freedom, emancipation of Igbo man. Oppression and the persecution after the war of 1960 to 70, the Igbo man continued his, at least, painful ordeal. Oh, it is very painful indeed. But time has come. It has actually been defined or redefined that Nigeria is asking Biafra for another war. And that is a war that will shake everybody. We are not going to fall in defense anymore. But we be from Igbo land going to do what? Unleash serious attack on the Fulani hegemonies and Janjaweeds that have been circling all our farmlands, our forests and bushes, killing and maiming. And Saddam Soto will not see or find anything wrong about such incursion. Very unnecessary Fulani incursion in the southeastern Nigeria, in Enugu State, in Imo State, killing, invading our lands with their all livestock grazing on the farmland in Imo State, Anambra State, Enugu State, Ebonyi State, and Abia State. We've come this far to actually tell you that Samuneba going to court does not mean going to what? Prison. Wake up! You are still asleep. Wake up, oh Nigerian nation. Wake up, Nigerians. Stand up on your feet and fight for your right. These political juggernauts are feasting on our commonwealth. I don't know why you don't understand that we, the people, are the strength and the engine house of government. Government is not stronger than the people. We, the people, are stronger than government. Thank you for listening. Subscribe from my YouTube channel, .Nation News. Like, share to your contacts on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on X, and Instagram. You are welcome. You are highly esteemed. Thanks for watching.
Okay, good evening.
You.
Okay, finally Uzodinma has come out again and lament in the church. He said, IPOB are not the cause of the insecurity and the death of Mohammed Gulak. He said what? He said Tinubu should forgive Nnamdi Kanu. At the same time, Wike, in a trending video what we saw on the internet, has come out and said what? That Uzodinma knows the killer of Mohammed Gulak. That if it's coming out to say that it's a political assassination, that means Uzodinma knows and should be held accountable for the killing of Mohammed Gulak. What is your take as regards this?
ICC, International Criminal Courts, because there are many IPOB youths in Igbo land whose life were wasted as a result of assassination of Mohammed Gulak. Mohammed Gulak was killed the first day there was sit at home in Imo State. And actually, they know that day was the first implementation of boycotts from business activities, from civil servants, government, federal government agencies going to their normal duties. It was the first day of implementation of sit at home in the southeast. How then? Who invited Gulak into southeastern Nigeria? Who told Gulak to come and collect whatever money or incentives, from Imo State government house? You know what I'm trying to say? You know that Wike is always like to be on the news. Now he has turned all his venom onto Hope Uzodinma. That Hope Uzodinma actually knows the killer of Mohammed Gulak. Mohammed Gulak was shot by unknown assailants. That was the first day we had sit at home in the southeastern Nigeria. And I know that some bloody, wicked politicians might like to cling on that sit at home order to perpetrate their dastard cruelty, that day. And actually they succeeded on doing that. Why could Mohammed Gulak venture into that kind of, let me say, transaction on the very day the Igbos are boycotting, activities, business in the southeastern Nigeria as a result of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's, incarceration or arrest from Nairobi, Kenya? That was the first day. It was so deadly in the southeast because no one came out. Teachers, that is schools, businessmen, that is traders. Then you are talking about civil servants, state and federal, local government. Everybody were indoor. Mohammed Gulak left north. Alighted from airplane at Owerri Airport. Then alighted, with his Sienna on the way to Hope Uzodinma government house, Imo. Don't you know that in Combe, something there? I don't know what I understand. And without now, federal troop, federal, military, the armed forces, the police began to suspect IPOB youths. And of course, you know that nobody was after killing anybody. They were just expressing their grievances. Why must Nnamdi Kanu be extraordinary, rendition from Nairobi, Kenya? And it was that first day that they gunned down Gulak Mohammed. Politicians in Nigeria should know among themselves. Even Wike himself is not left out. How did he know? How did Wike know that it was Hope Uzodinma? Tell me now, how could somebody just like that in Rivers State now myopically telling people that it was Hope Uzodinma that planned Gulak's shooting? How did the Wike know? The worm, the ant, the caterpillar that eats the vegetable is living within the vegetable. Federal government should sweep into action and arrest Wike to tell the whole world how come. How did he know it was Hope Uzodinma that actually planned shooting of Gulak? That's a political assassination. I'm blaming Wike because Wike is coming up with an empty accusation. A man that denied his kinsmen, his ancestors, that is not an Igbo. A man that is in the APC, he is in another political party, PDP, committing all manners of anti-party activities against PDP. Is now pointing accusing figure at Hope Uzodinma. That Hope Uzodinma masterminded shooting of Mohammed Gulak. Someone Hope Uzodinma well, good. That is good for him. Hope Uzodinma, Chebi, he belongs to their clique. He's one of the weakest cliques. They are the one that are masterminding electoral malpractices in Nigeria. Each and every time there is or was political presidential election in Nigeria, Hope Uzodinma, yes, Adam Ochomole, Nyeso Wike, Tinubu, they work hard to manipulate it. And they all manipulated 2023 presidential election. They all manipulated 2019 presidential election. They all manipulated 2015 presidential election. So what is it that is bringing trouble in the camp of these electoral manipulators experts? See, let me tell you, it is part of their expertise. They know too well how to rig elections. They know too well how to fight their oppositions. And I'm telling you that what is happening now is an implosion. It has begun to imploding. It won't be an explosion because nobody outside their camp would know about it or be among the trouble that is coming ahead. It's an implosion. It's going to implode, and it has actually imploded because it is happening within APC. It is happening within PDP. The both political parties are very, very bad party currently, judging by the level rate of defection we have in PDP, into APC political platform. So it is all their headache. I'm telling you, from PDP to APC, APC to Tinubu, Tinubu to Wike, Wike to Hope Uzodinma, Hope Uzodinma to Rochas Okorocha, all of them. Look at Charles Soludo, an Apuga man behaving like APC, even promising Tinubu he will win an election in Anambra State, even after giving him some parcels of land to build a rest home. Tinubu is mimicking that senseless governor of Anambra State, mimicking. And the Soludo doesn't understand all these games. You see one thing, many people are living in township, but if you look at their character, they are all behaving like bushmen. Soludo is not living in the township. From Onitsha to Isuofia, how many kilometers? Isuofia to Oka, how many kilometers? Charles Soludo has never tested township in his life. From his home to UNN Nsukka, from UNN Nsukka to Central Bank of Nigeria, Central Bank of Nigeria to his mansion in Abuja, is a bushman. Yes, they should settle among themselves. Nothing concerns us. Wike, if he likes, he should consult Wadibia or native doctors or some prophets to tell him who was behind Gulak shooting. It has nothing to do with Igbos. The reason why I'm bringing ICC into this matter is that many Igbo youths suffered, died as a result of Gulak shooting. They killed over 10 Igbo youths, accusing them of masterminding assassination of Mohammed Gulak. Those youths are innocent. Their blood are crying for vengeance upon Brutai, the former chief of army staff, upon the head of Buhari, the former Nigerian president, upon Uzodinma, the current bloody Imo state governor. The blood of those innocent youths, Igbo youths, that they shot, arrested them, wasted their lives, accusing them of killing Gulak. And today, the truth has surfaced that the killers of Gulak are not IPOB members. And today, from the horse's mouths, from the governor's mouth, from the political juggernauts, all of them in the southeastern and south Nigeria, much hot argument going on among themselves, debating who are actually the culprits that assassinated Mohammed Gulak.
Okay, we know that the federal government are serious as regards using this Mohammed Gulak, death to frustrate the effort or the release of Nnamdi Kanu. But with this, a lot of people have come out on social media, have come and said that if Uzodinma wants to be forgiven, that he should make himself or take himself to the court and testify that Nnamdi Kanu is not, the one that killed Gulak, and will be forgiven. Since will be forgiven, do you think this is visible?
Yeah, if actually Hope Uzodinma wants to be forgiven in Igbo land, he should go to court and testify against what those masquerade are saying. Those masked men are testifying nonsense, testifying immodest. Immodest, I don't care. They are not the SS. If they are the SS, they should unmask their faces. They might be Fulani, they might be Igbos, they might be Yoruba. They were paid mercenaries working for federal government, all in the name of money, to nail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Hope Uzodinma should go to court and testify that Gulak assassination has nothing to do with the IPOB. Let me tell you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no hand in anybody's assassination in Igbo. He's a free man, he's an innocent Biafra agitator. They are making matters worse for him. And if I could be in the position of Omotocho, I should tell them that Hope Uzodinma, Gulak, Nnamdi Kanu, they are three different cases. What we are here for is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's order, his abduction, incarceration, and case that, ran from 2015 till date. Gulak shooting was in 2021. It has nothing to do with agitation of Biafra. He went to southeastern Nigeria the very day first sit-at-home enforcement, began. And today, we see him, he died. We see him die of an unknown circumstance. And nobody could actually unravel what went wrong that day. The invitee, the person that invited him, is Hope Uzodinma. Hope Uzodinma is in a position to tell the whole world better. Simple, better. It isn't Nnamdi Kanu, nor those youths whose lives were wasted. If Hope Uzodinma could go to the court and testify in favor of Nnamdi Kanu, later, ICC.
Okay, in a viral video, we've seen Dr. Ogozi Orabueze, get angry. She said what? She said the Finnish government have finally reported herself to the US government. He said she's a terrorist and she's causing unrest in Nigeria. And she has come out to accuse Finland. She said Finland, the oil and gas in the Biafra land is what is making Finland government, finally work with Nigeria government to nail Ekpa and nail herself, and even possibly Nnamdi Kanu to stop Biafra.
There's a weight on what Orabueze is saying, because to my greatest, everybody's surprised anyway, not only me. Someone else wouldn't have been lasted this long in jail. Let me put it jail. Though Finland did not jail him. The kind of restriction given to him is over protracted. We did not expect it to be, protracted, overstretched. That's why it began to look as if Finland has actually sold out. I repeat it again. It began to look as if Finland has actually sold out by the kind of restriction, given to Simon Ekpa. So overstretched, so over protracted. Because Simon Ekpa is supposed to have come out, become a free man by now. And you see, by delaying, restricting Simon Ekpa, many actually died in the southeastern Nigeria of Fulani herdsmen terrorism. They had upper hand because Samuel Ekpa was in, is no longer operating, defending his father's land. So what Ohabeze has come out to say, I read meaning in it. I was asking myself, is this the same Finland that actually supported the Biafra I know in 1966, 67, 68 to 1970? Has Finland not begun to sell out, accepting bribe, crude oil for bribe, natural gas for bribe? Of course, you know, all these resources are from southeastern Nigeria. Tinubu, who comes from southwest, wouldn't have done that. The Yoruba I know wouldn't have allowed their oil, their gas, natural gas, to be used as a bait against their citizens. Biafran citizens, Finland and other European countries collecting bribe, crude oil for bribe, natural gas for bribe, allowing killings, genocide committed going on in Igbo land. Yoruba land cannot allow that, Hausa land cannot allow it. But because Igbos were oppressed, persecuted, and over marginalized, they are using our natural resources to bribe the white man, the West, to at least oppress, unalive, delay, and pie, and even castrate the same Igbo people. Samuel Ekpa has overstayed in incarceration in Finland. I think that Finland has actually sold out by collecting our natural gas, our crude oil, and turn against us. I don't see what is right again aligning with Finland. Finland has actually failed in their own, you know, international duty, you know, over Biafra emancipation. They have duty, they have responsibility to play, and they have failed this time. I think they have actually mingled or joined forces with Tinubu government, oppressing the same Igbo people, Biafran people. I'm telling you, oil and gas for settlement or bribe, Finland has actually deviated. Ngozi Ohabeze could not have been so wrong or misquoted on what allegation she's coming out very lately. She is right. I think America should investigate Finland. Finland has sold out.
But why do you think that Finland want to do this? Number one, and number two, do you think that the U.S. government can really do what Finland did to Samuel Ekpa? Do you think that U.S. can do that to Ngozi by arresting him?
No. U.S. The United States of America can never do such. If you look at Ohabeze is a very plain woman. She's the current Biafra minister in exile. I think Trump will never ever descend so low. Actually, Ohabeze, Nnamdi Kanu, Samuel Ekpa, and other diaspora Biafrans join forces together and campaign for Donald Trump's victory so far. Africans that voted for him, 50% of those Africans are Igbos, if not 60. Igbos are many in the United States. Most of the Igbo slaves that were left behind during the Booker T. Washington, free of slavery in America, 60% are Igbos. Joined together with the Igbos that just went into the United States in search of greener pasture. We are the one that gave Donald Trump most of the black votes. So what I'm trying to say is that I don't see Trump descending so low. It can never come down, stoop so low. Lie. Trump cannot do that. Ohabeze is having upper hand, complaining rightly in the right time of where Finland is not getting it right. I think Trump would have at least understood that Ohabeze has nothing to do with